Hello everybody and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series, as we've also got a cat on stream. It wouldn't be a Jay's on stream without the cat appearing at least once tonight. But we're back. We picked up a last second cast, so we're going to be casting this matchup between Feed to 20 and We Like Tortles here in the D division. So both of these teams are already ready to go. I just jumped in last second because I noticed that there was one match going on tonight that wasn't casted and they hadn't started yet. So good luck for us if they start a little bit late tonight. We get to cast for them. So map 1's going to be Dragonshire, and map number 2 is going to be, let's see, make sure we got the right teams on the right side here. McCracker Zach is the team captain for Feed to 20. They're on the left, so yes. And so we do have it, and we are already going into game number 1, which is going to be on Dragonshire. Feed to 20 versus We Like Tortles. Let's do it. So map number 2 is going to be on Braxis Holdout, so this would be the map pick for Feed to 20. As first pick, first ban should be going over to We Like Tortles, if I remember seeing that right. There it is. I got that down better this game than I did last game, so we got it. We're on it, team. GG. Actually, make sure my alerts are going off. I feel like for some reason my alerts were getting a little funky on the last one. Oh, they're definitely enabled. Very strange. Have to look into that after this game if there are more problems. But anyway, yeah, everybody for hopping on back in. We had passed the baton over to Murda for a little while, so now we're starting it back up. But right away, we're gonna see Maya banned out here. So this is an awkward banning meta right now, I feel like, for Heroes of the Storm, because there are so many good heroes. It's kind of impossible to cover them all properly with bans. The Phoenix is going to be banned out here by Feed to 20. So we've seen a lot of Phoenix ban prioritization. Especially at the lower levels, I feel like Maev is a very, very big challenge with all the displacement that she brings. And really, if you get really good at it, it can be tough. And hey, here comes the raid back from Murda. Passing the baton back. We're keeping it in the NGS family. Appreciate all the love and support from all the different casters and all of the NGS community in general. Welcome back to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We start out our nightcap here in NGS for the D division. Ending it outright. So Stukov, the first pick for We Like Tortles. So that's a pretty strong pick to get things started. Begs the question, will Feed to 20 go ahead and pick up the Malfurion so that they have the other broken healer in the meta right now? You kind of want to have one of the two. They're going to go straight for the damage. They do not care about healing. Maybe they won't take a support at all. Who knows? It wouldn't be the first time I've seen it tonight. Though it would be the first time on Dragonshire. So we will see Hanzo and Malthael picked up. Very strong in the solo lane for the Malthael. Hanzo, of course, really the top damage dealer in the game right now, I feel like. His damage output is stupid. Just absolutely stupid. So, we'll see. See what they want to pick up for We Like Tortles. Ideally, they probably want to get a tank here. They could apply a pretty strong tank chokehold. But if they want to try and pick up a couple of damage dealers, or maybe their damage dealer and their solo laner, that could be really strong as well for preventing any kind of chokehold from Feed to 20. So they're going to get Tracer for their backline damage. Very good at chasing down and finishing off kills. Very good sustain as well as you rotate through the lanes here on Dragonshire and Diablo. So now We Like Tortles have a difficult decision in which chokehold they really want to apply here. Feed to 20 looking for the ban, and they're going to ban out the Tassadar. So Tass, pretty strong combo with the Tracer. Those shields on the Tracer can give her a lot of extra survivability and a lot of ability to really harass for longer periods, which can be very difficult to deal with. We are going to see... So like I said, tough decision here for We Like Tortles. So they want to ban out the Malfurion for that healer chokehold, or do they want to ban out the Garrosh for the Diablo for the tank chokehold? Do elect to take out the Malfurion. It was a pretty good pairing with Malthael with that extra sustainability on the front line that he gets from his self-heal with the Q. So, not surprised to see that. Hanzo also does like to have good sustained healing as well. Be able to stay in and poke, prod from the flank as much as possible. Right now, I like the comp coming out from We Like Tortles. I feel like they started off this draft really strong, and they've got good meta. The question always in the second half of the draft has to be around, where do these teams deviate from that meta? Where are they going to pull out their comfort picks, their secret strats that they've been hiding for these particular maps? And usually you'll see that on the team that picked the map. So I expect that from Feed to 20. They're going to get the Muradin. They're going to go ahead and pick up the Greymane. So very standard. Now they'll just need their support. So where do they go with a support game? So Greymane, of course, very good at taking the camps. Muradin, good sustain for trying to keep hold of these shrines. If he does end up losing on the shrine, he can always jump out and get a little bit of healing from that trait, that passive second wind rolling, or maybe even third wind if he takes that on the level 1 talent. The Greymane new skin. I actually do not know this. I am going to go look it up because I'm a caster who knows how to find out these things.
Let the games begin.
My blades are yours.
Yep. I don't see any on the list. So, should be good. Meanwhile, we do see the Medivh coming out here from We Like Tortles.
I will fight to my last
along with
breath.
the Sonya for that solo lane. And Rhaegar is going to be the healer picked up here by Feed to 20. So, Medivh, something that we've been seeing more and more often, especially in HGC. Very high priority for the tippy top players in the world. Medivh just, the skill ceiling is just so very high. He's just able to, the better you are at Medivh, the better value you get. And that could just go and go and go and almost never stop in terms of the value that you can get from it. We'll have to see how Silent Storm has been doing on working on that Medivh. It could be a hero that can make you look like a god. It could be a hero that can make you look like a fool. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We're gonna see it pulled out here on Dragonshire. All right, liquid refreshment engaged. We are ready for game number 1. I want to thank these teams for inviting me in the last minute here. Get to cast for them. I haven't even added my name to the list yet, so I guess I might as well do that real quick while we're waiting for this loading screen. There we go. Nailed it. Alright. We are loading in here for game number 1 on Dragonshire. On the left, it is going to be Feed to 20. Ghost going to be playing the Muradin. Dexus going to be on the Hanzo. Krakazak going to be on Greymane. Froth going to be on the Malthael. And Hobbs going to be playing the Rhaegar. On the right, we like Tortles. Dell going to be on the Sonya. Going to have Wisp on the Stukov. Got Milk going to be playing the Diablo. Joshipu is going to be on the Tracer. And on Medivh is Silent Storm 3. Both teams going to file on in towards the mid. Sonya immediately rotating to the top, so won't see her in the rumble in the mid. Sprays customarily coming out around the Medivh vision here. Everybody's showing off their lovely sprays. I don't see any Carbot sprays, guys. Gotta get on that Carbot spray game ASAP. We'll see Malthael immediately rotating to the top. See the classic pause. Well, that didn't take long. Hi, welcome back, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? All right, so I get the pleasure of unpausing this as the ref, so we'll make sure that both teams are ready to go. All right, and back into the game we go here on Dragonshire. One of the nice things that Silent Storm is going to be able to provide his team here on the Medivh is the ability to quickly rotate using these portals. The Dragonshire matchup constantly wanting to be able to travel between the lanes. Hobbs getting pulled and pushed on into the wall there by Got Milk. We're going to see him maybe purposely taking that portal? Maybe. Rhaegar does get into wolf form and walk away. Ghost I think slowed down here. Take a little bit of harass there from Joshipu. In the top lane, Troth taking out Dell a little bit in lane here, just wrecking him. Just waiting. Oh, but look at the rotation here from Joshipu. Waiting for Troth to show. Just gonna rotate up to the shrine instead. So nice rotations here from feed to 20. They do cap both of these pretty instantly. Gonna force We Like Tortles to have to come on into the mid to defend here while Medivh grabs a shrine here in bot. We'll have the portal out to safety. Hobbs able to defend there. Meanwhile, Dell stealing it back for a moment. That's the back and forth we go here on Infernal Shrines. On Dragonshire. I know what map we're on. Don't worry about it. Gonna see pretty nice prioritization on these shrines though. At feed to 20. This is a matchup that Sonya does not want up on the shrines. She's gonna be able to compete in lane with the minion wave, but even that, Malthael has a pretty decent matchup in. So overall, that's just a very nice pick out here from feed to 20. Meanwhile, Rhaegar falling in the bot. We like Tortles forcing the issue and able to get the first blood of the game. In the top, we're going to see once again I'm renewing that battle. Dell trying to keep a hold of it as long as possible here, as they do own the shrines for the moment. Ghost and Silent Storm, though, are here. Troth's going to win that exchange once again in the top lane and hold for the side of feed to 20. Now we will see the charge in here onto Dallas, but now Got Milk going to be in all kinds of trouble. It's going to be an easy pick off there for McCrackazak. The mid lane, Muradin will fall on the other end, so Both tanks going to be falling down here. And once again, the blows being exchanged. Dell spending the winning, has Troth in his sights. Troth just barely makes it out alive. Dell not going to try to tower dive for that one. But we'll be able to recap the shrine for now. Up in the top. Joshipu taking a lot of damage there from Dexus. Back up and get a little bit of healing from Stukov. Now both shrines held by We Like Tortles. Ghost quickly rotating to the mid here. Ready to block if needed. Got Milk. Gonna go ahead and take a look at this, but the minions are all over him. Brakazak also looking to try and get a little bit of damage out here. See the shrine recapped in bot for feed to 20. Broth also forcing the issue against Dell. Has him on the run. The poison damage is real. And that's going to be it. Broth dominating in the top there. Throughout most of this match so far. Have a little bit of hiccup there earlier. Got pushed back. The Silent Storm looking to maybe contest here. Gets the protect, the Arcane Explosion, and gets the kill. Dev taking out Death itself. Nice pickup there. Nice scatter arrow, putting a lot of damage down on Joshipu. Beast trying to zone out with the silence. But now Makrakazak is here, and all of a sudden, Wisp is in all kinds of trouble. The recall from Joshipu going to put him on the wrong side of this team fight, and the cannons will finish up the job. But Got Milk rotates in and gets the counter kill onto Rhaegar. But now the counter kill is Got Milk getting very low. Is he going to fall? No, he stays alive. Now we'll get a nice friendly portal out that he will elect to just ignore. And once again, the full lane will be resumed in the top lane. The endless shrine battles, ladies and gentlemen. There was a camp picked up in the bot lane, though, here by feed to 20. But they now have this camp pushing on through in the bot. Putting a little bit of extra pressure in lane. But We Like Tortles. Level 10s are going to be picked up here slightly faster. We'll see the charge in, and Dex is in all kinds of trouble. No wall available. Greymane also going to fall, so not using any of the heroics, but taking advantage, at least of the numbers advantage there in bot, as We Like Tortles. Troth at least still winning in that top lane long enough to get them to 10s. Now we will see We Like Tortles with the advantage, having both the shrines. Nice shove there by Wisp. Silent Storm able to finish his stacks there. 7 minutes on the Master's Touch. That's pretty solid. Now going to be dealing quite a bit more damage and be willing to play a little bit more risky. You'll see him come in, get the Arcane Explosion value, but now we'll get stunned out. Does get the self-protect. Gonna have to pop the ley line. Get out. Completely out of mana as well. See Hobbs getting chunked down there by that pulse bomb from Joshipu. In the top lane, Troth once again picking up the shrine. See that rivalry renewed up here. Troth's going to be looking to hold this against Dell. There comes the rotation. And ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman's agreement between the solo laners is over. The teams are in here. Dell makes it out, though. They get the counter kill onto Malthael. Joshipu able to rotate in and get a big kill. Just like that. Shrine going to be held for the moment for feed to 20, but down a man. I can only imagine that eventually we're going to see them pick that up. Meanwhile, Got Milk getting some cannons. Those dairy-free cannons is the question. Yeah, the charge in on to Hobbs. Did quite a bit of damage to him. Looking to body block him in here. Does have some nice body blocks. Silent Storm coming down as well with the portal. And Rhaegar. Woo! Go down. Very strong rotation there from We Like Tortles. Deep value here. And we like Tortles with this quick rotations. Silent Storm is everywhere. 2v2 in the top. Joshipu getting low. Froth looking to maybe finish it off. Nice job by Dell getting in the way of that arrow. We'll see Silent Storm once again. Steve has appeared once again. Gonna at least shove the members of Feed to 20 back for the moment. And we'll rotate on his way. Ancestral going to be put out on Dallas to help them re-engage this. Dell is in all kinds of trouble. Not going to be able to spin nearly enough to win there. Joshipu does come back in, though. It's the protected. We'll see the Tormented Souls popped, but that's not going to be enough to keep Joshipu alive. Aggressive portal in here by Silent Storm. Let's get the Arcane Explosion value onto Hobbs. For now, they're going to go ahead and back up. Keep the dream alive here. Nice camp invasion for the side of Feed to 20. They have Macrakazak on the Greymane. He's got pretty good camp taking potential. Sonya also, for the side of We Like Tortles, can take camps pretty well, but been very occupied in that top lane throughout the game. Silent Storm going to throw out the lane line seal. The APOC to follow it up is going to catch out Macrakazak. Joshipu looking to capitalize on that, but will recall back out. This Ghost was hot on his heels. Members up in top as Feed to 20 continues to hold that top lane for the moment. See Got Milk staying in the bottom lane. Troth actually coming down here. That is not a matchup that Got Milk can possibly hope to win with the percentage-based damage. That is just not going to work out in any world. Though it might take him a little while to cap this. And actually, we are going to see the portal in here by Silent Storm. And the accidental portal out by Got Milk. The Lex not to get back in the portal, though. Figure Silent Storm can handle this. Oh, but Macrakazak is in. Got Milk will charge in and get that stun. Malthael actually ends up going down to the Fire Stomp. Silent Storm going to have to back on out with low health here. Protect comes out, but the zoning is good, and Got Milk can't get back on the Shrine. And for now, they will trade. Meanwhile, charge is already done here for Got Milk. The ley line comes out. They're looking to get onto Hobbs on the back end, but they just trade out Medivh for Rhaegar. Now Got Milk is going to have to leave. Can't possibly defend against Macrakazak. Just action everywhere, folks. I just can't show you everything. I don't have picture in picture in picture. We'll see in the mid lane now. Memes continuing. Ghost trying to defend out. Now Joshipu going to be awfully low. Avatar will get popped. Froth is going to be here. Beast whiffing a little bit there on the massive shove. And Dell has had enough of this laning phase and is going to go ahead and get on the camps. That is how they are going to use their advantage with the shrines this time around. With level 16s, they could look to engage here, but at the end of the day, they are going to get that camp pushing in top, which will be a nice little advantage for them. Got Milk going against Troth here. Macrakazak coming in. Hobbs going to come in and try and affect this as well. Diablo goes down, but he did have a soul, so he's going to come back right away. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, really. Silent Storm playing very aggressively. Just constant riffs out. Missing a single one of these. Gonna go in. Still pressuring Hobbs. Arcane Explosion will go off. Back through the portal. Silent Storm goes. Joshipu trying to apply pressure, but for now, this will be one out. By We Like Tortles. Re-engage likely coming. Camp being pushed in here in the top. Dexus doing his best to try to answer to that. Leyline whiffing, going the wrong direction there almost, it seemed like. Charge in by Got Milk onto Hobbs. Tormented Souls on the back end, though. We will see the Pulse Bomb getting some pretty massive value there, hitting a couple of members. And all of a sudden, the 4-man rotation, Feed to 20 is going to have to back out of here. Goes still in the mid, still trying to zone. But the rotation coming up, he's not going to be able to hold this area forever. Hanzo realizing that will go ahead and take the top. Meanwhile, in the mid trough, in all kinds of trouble as the portal comes in. And the double kill coming in for We Like Tortles. Stacking those up. Staggering them, though, from the Greymane kill. So now only 2 members left on the map for feed to 20. To the quick rotation to top, and now it's only going to be Hobbles who could even try to hope to interrupt this. Would be ill-advised, and Got Milk is waiting in the wings. Joshipu as well, and that is going to be 1 dead Rhaegar. God vision, ladies and gentlemen. And at 14 minutes and 30 seconds, almost level 20 here for We Like Tortles, we will have the first Dragon Knight of the game. My goodness, folks, that took a while. Krakazak gets kicked, and Hanzo gets picked. And we're going to see the 2-man ley line with the APOC to follow. Very nicely executed here by We Like Tortles. And we're going to see them pushing in with this Dragon Knight. This is a 14-minute Dragon Knight. Now, this is not something, this is not your average, everyday Joe first Dragon Knight, and the charge in onto Malthael off of the kick. Got Milk gets the finishing blow. Oh, the keep is falling. The Dragon Knight still at about half health as his keep falls. They're going to keep on pushing. They have the Medivh. They have the snowball rolling. Greymane going to fall under that snowball. We're going to see Hobbs kicked away, and they are going to get started on the shields here. The shields getting chunked out by these Dragon Knight autos. Muradin is going to end up falling 80% on the core, and that is going to be it as the members of We Like Tortles get on it. They are going to win game number 1. That escalated quickly. I mean, that's really it. Just don't take the Dragon Knight until you're almost level 20, and then, you know, use those level 20s to finish it off. What a game here. Game number 1. If that's Dragonshire, I can only imagine what Brax's holdout is going to look like in game number 2. If each of 20 stayed in for quite a while there. Malthael winning that top lane through quite a lot of that, keeping We Like Tortles from really being able to get an early, you know, any kind of Dragon Knight in the early to mid game. But then all it took was 1. You know, they had the extra sustain from Medivh. They were able to pull it off. All right. We are going to move on to game number 2 here. The Brax's Holdout is a pretty similar map, actually, to Dragonshire in a lot of ways. The rotations are pretty much the same. It is a 2-lane map instead of being a 3-lane map, so see a lot more easy rotations through. But in general, you know, you got 2 points that you got to hold. Having a solo laner being able to dominate the top lane can be very, very influential on picking up the map objective here. So you want to definitely have a priority on that. Wave clear is essential here. Especially if you end up losing one of these Zerg waves, it can be pretty rough. But you see, this is pretty much one of the only maps that that we ever see Sylvanas on. Sorry, the Kerrigan map is more shrines for all that shrine clear. We do see her occasionally come out other things. Huh. McCrackazak. We were trying to be cheeky with that draft. Okay. Huh. All right. Looks like we got everybody in. Huh. All right. Like we got just a couple AFK for a second here. Should be going in just a moment. Game number 2. Let's actually... Yeah, we already did. We gave We Like Tortles their win. We'll have to see if Feed to 20's got anything here for him in game number 2. I did like that draft a lot coming out from We Like Tortles. I felt like it was pretty strong meta drafting in the early game. The Medivh was a pretty interesting wrinkle, and I think they played it pretty solidly. Tracer, very high win right now in HGC and throughout a lot of phases of the game. She's very scary to have to deal with. So I'll have to see if Feed to 20's got an answer for that. All right, so it looks like we got both teams ready to go. Got to hit that start button. There we go. We got it. Game number 2 going to be on Braxis Holdout. Well, now the whole stream knows. Huh. Game number 2 here. First pick, first man, going over to Feed to 20. We're feeding all the way to 20, ladies and gentlemen. And I like the first ban out here. Instantly going for that respect ban. The Medivh is going to be thrown out. Silent Storm. Getting the respect early. Phoenix going to be banned out here for We Like Tortles. Once again, leaving up a bevy of strong heroes for Feed to 20 to first pick. Do they want to prioritize the tanks? Get a Garrosh or a Diablo here. Do they want to prioritize the healers? Get themselves their pick of Stukov or Malfurion. So we'll go to the Malthael once again. So prioritizing the all-important top lane, they will go ahead and get that Malthael that was such a tough thing to deal with last game. But We Like Tortles going to go back to the well. If it's if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Get Diablo and Stukov once again. So that leaves still a lot of good picks up here for Feed to 20. The Garrosh still available. The Malfurion still on the table as well. They want to try and pick up a healer here. They do want a sustained healer, so Stukov picked up. There's not a whole lot of great options for this next pickup if they don't end up getting the Malfurion and it gets banned out. Yeah. high priority on
Every
Malthael.
death comes honor.
You do lose out on that Diablo. And they're going to go back to the Muradin here, so a more comfort level pick there for the tank for feed to 20. And we're going to see the Hanzo being picked up. Does deal quite a lot of damage, especially on this map. You get a lot of good angles on Braxis with that scatter arrow fighting over that bottom lane. That's it. Just, hey, there's a wall. Boom. He's got it. He knows. He knows Diablo. So now the question is what, what chokeholds can these teams apply? So we like Tortles having their support. They could throw out the Malf and will decide to do that. Now, once again, force feed to 20 to take one of the lower tier supports in this game. Rhaegar, not super low tier, but definitely not in the same class right now as Stukov and Malfurion. I would put Uther up there as well, personally. I think he's very strong, but he's not a great pick on Brax's holdout. Not a very good sustained healer. And you really have to have that sustain to be able to compete for these beacon points. We are going to see the Sonya being hovered here. Interesting. I feel like feed to 20 bodied the Sonya in the solo lane. I don't really feel like that's a high priority here. If I'm feed to 20, I'm wanting to take away one of these high profile picks from We Like Tortles from what we saw in the last game. To be fair, they already did take away the Medivh, which I felt like was quite a lot of the problem. But maybe a Tracer Band to pair with that. It is going to leave not only the Tracer up, but also Tassadar, which we saw them run and play pretty strongly with in the last game. And the Rexar coming out. So, Orc party here. Half Orc Rexar going to be showing up here with his full bear Misha to contest Malthael in that top lane. Thrall also coming out. The Crash Lightning been very popular here in the last month or so since he got that rework. But maybe it's been a little longer than a month. It's been a while now, actually, now that I think about it. He did recently get a nerf to that talent, but still persevering into being the most popular level 1 talent people often take. Now, 2 more picks coming out here for feed to 20. Healer-wise, it's kind of rough.
Vanquish the weak.
A lot of high-profile supports left. We will go back to the Rhaegar, who does offer some sustained healing. Still a little bit of a long cooldown for that chain heal. It's just tough to compete with the Stukov numbers for Rhaegar. Does have that Ancestral. Try and keep somebody alive. The Jaina, another interesting pick. Lots of wave clear from the Jaina. But again, it's all kind of burst damage potential. And boy, you talk about burst damage potential. Here comes Kel'Thuzad. We like Tortles. Who will be the better Frost Mage now? Very interesting drafts here. Not a lot of sustain on either side. Hanzo going to be dealing a lot of sustained damage. We're all also decent at that as well. Each one having a burst damage dealer. Jaina's cooldowns, though, can be a little bit problematic in terms of being able to keep the damage up to pressure for these beacon points. But the burst can be very nice for CC follow-up. So if the Muradin goes in, gets a good Storm Bolt, the Jaina can be there, get a lot of damage down, and really be able to rip apart targets over on the side of We Like Tortles. But Kel'Thuzad does the same thing. It just comes in a little bit later and has some added CC and displacement benefits. But be pretty strong once he gets that stacked. And this is a map that typically enables Kel'Thuzad to get those stacks fairly easily. So, see, once again, it's going to be performance-based based on Silent Storm. So didn't let us down with the Medivh. We'll see how he is on the Kel'Thuzad. But we are loading in the Braxis holdout here for game number 2. On the left, it is going to be feed to 20. We've got Ghost on the Jaina. Hobble's going to be back, or Hobbs, I should say. There's no L in there. Hobbs coming in on the Rhaegar. Dexus is going to be on the Hanzo. Bakrakazak is going to be on the Muradin. And Troth is going to be on the Malthael. On the right, we like Tortles, looking to make this a domination. Joshipoo going to be on the Rexar and the Misha. We're going to have Got Milk going to be on the Diablo. Wisp is going to be back on the Stukov. Dell is going to be playing Thrall, and Silent Storm beyond the Kel'Thuzad. Will feed to 20. Obey the call. Will they fall to the Kel'Thuzad? Guess we'll see. Only one way to find out, folks. You gotta keep it right here. We'll keep it right here on the screen. See, not finding anything from that first route as far as stacks goes. A lot of stacking stuff in this game. We got Diablo's Souls, Kel'Thuzad's stacks, Gathering Storm on the Muradin, Jaina trying to stack up that frost damage, the frostbitten damage for the ice block. We'll see the root and the two-man stun. Nice follow-up from Dell with a root of his own there. Gonna be up to 2 Crash Lightning stacks now. Yeah, also Redemption for Hanzo. Nice level 1 stacking talent. And on the other end, Crash Lightning. So lots of quests here. See which team can really power these out first. Beacon's activating here. Once again, nice chain. 7 stacks now for Silent Storm here in the first couple minutes. Pretty solid start. In the top lane, this is going to be a rough matchup for Troth. As if it wasn't rough enough, Dell goes ahead and hops up here. And it's going to make it even tougher. We'll see, though. Troth going to try and get back to the Rexar. Probably the best tactic, but if Joshipoo plays his hand right, it just shouldn't be something they can really contest. Meanwhile, charge in and flip onto Hanzo right into the root there. Got Milk making the plays, getting the engagement that he wanted. And that's going to be first blood going over to the side of We Like Tortles. And 11 stacks now for Silent Storm. We're going to keep our eyes on it to see when that is done. The Krakazak whiffs. We're going to see the charge in and the toss over onto Ghost. The Krakazak had his own problems to deal with there. Couldn't save the Jaina. Now we are seeing which of these Frost Mages be more powerful. And right away, the Zerg wave picked up.
Oh, so many Zerg headed right for us. Stop them! Stop them!
Last time it took about 15 minutes for We Like Tortles to get on the snowball train. And they snowballed that first map objective. That first Dragon Knight at 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Right through the mid lane. But this time, I think we might be seeing that happen a little bit earlier. Already a level lead, and Dexus is going to get displaced a little bit there by Got Milk. We'll be able to hop over the fort. Root comes in onto Krakazak. He's going to be just fine for the moment, but the wave clear is rough for feed to 20. They got to be afraid to step in here. Kel'Thuzad just continuing to get those stacks. 21 now here. Only 4 minutes into the game. They get the fort. Level and a half lead. They will lead. They will leave and allow the side of feed to 20 to go ahead and clear up these the Zerg wave. Joshipoo clearing up the small Zerg wave up in the top pretty easily. Just running away with this one on the Rexar. That's always a bit of a nightmare on Braxis, having to deal with that Rexar. You almost wonder if it's worth a ban, but it's not really common enough to really warrant the ban in the first place. but it's just something that's very hard to deal with in the solo lane here and on Dragonshire. We'll see feed to 20 getting back most of that level advantage. Roth is going to go ahead and look at this. Wisp is here, though. Nice rotation from We Like Tortles. Keeping a couple members here. Both camps picked up in the bot lane. Both camps also picked up in the top lane. Bob's just barely capping that before the rotation was coming in from We Like Tortles. They were looking at it, just not quite fast enough. Get that off the ground. Dell going to be going in here. Misha going to get the stun. Froth getting low. Gets a little bit of self-healing there from the Q. Back up for the moment. Once again, another stun from Misha coming in. Dell maybe taking a look. Trying to root, but not quite finding it. Race to 10 being dominated pretty heavily here by We Like Tortles. Level 7's coming in hot here for feed to 20. We're going to have to try to make something happen here in this beacon phase before the 10s come out, because if they lose this next Punisher wave before 10, that's going to be very rough. You're marching through the top lane. They should have 10s shortly after. Meanwhile, Troth able to avoid the spike combo. That would have pretty much been insta-death with all the members of We Like Tortles up here. 2 members down here for We Like Tortles. They're not going to quite be able to contest the 4-man, so we're going to go ahead and leave Rexar and Misha up in that top lane, trusting them to defend that beacon point. Got Milk. Going to go ahead and cap up here in the Krakazak. Looking to maybe try and challenge, but gets rooted. And that's going to be Hobbles falling. The Krakazak getting very low, gets slowed. Down to 300 health. Oh, and the chain and the roots find their way to Hanzo. That's going to be another pick going over to We Like Tortles. Man, that's rough. Not only do you have Silent Storm making the plays here on the Kel'Thuzad, but Dell is right there to follow it up with a second root. All that spike damage that he can put out with the combo from the whirlwind. Now the root comes down just directly from the wolves there from Dell. It's a lot of damage on a Ghost. 28 stacks now for Malthael, and there it is. Dexus gets caught. The level 10s come in, so the Fisher are going to finish him off. Meanwhile, the Zerg wave has been capped and is pushing in the top lane. Troth trying to deal with this, but the rotation is coming in hot, and he's got to be very careful. They're coming in directly on the back end. The Zerg wave is tanking the shots from the tower. Malthael gets exploded. Ghost is going to be out of position here. There is no way that Ghost makes it out of this, is there? Got Milk. Actually is going to make it out, but at the cost of a Krakazak getting rooted and blown up. Chain Lightning from Dell going to get the killing blow. A vast majority of that damage came from Silent Storm. And look at him, just waiting in the bush. He knows his combo's not quite up yet. He's waiting until the combo's up. He's not quite finding the mark with the chain. This time. We've seen him hit it plenty of times, folks. We'll see the fence actually dying. Oh. Where are we going? Troth is in all kinds of trouble. We'll avoid the APOC for the moment, but counter engage is good to get the Stukov. Krakazak gets hit by the root, but a nice, solid pick there from feed to 20. They really needed a kill there to derail this snowball. They're going to get the 10s off of that as well. So they lose the top forts. A huge wave stacked up in bot here. They'll get decent amount of damage onto this bottom keep front wall. Top keep front wall completely decimated, but the keep is still pretty healthy. And for now, We Like Tortles will take their 2 level advantage and rotate on out. Pretty much what you would expect from the heroics here from both teams. It is going to be the last right this game from Troth instead of that, the Tormented Souls. Be looking to stack that up throughout the game if they can get some kills. Nice rotation in here, though, from We Like Tortles. They find them on the camp, charge in onto Troth. They're going to look for the combo, and they find it. The Ring of Frost catches 3 on the other end, but not nearly enough follow-up. No Hanzo here. The arrow is going to come in and actually gets a 4-man stun. A zone for them a little bit. They are focusing most of their damage onto the Misha. The only real available target. The Crack is Zach going to have to dwarf toss out. They do get the bear. But pretty sure the side of We Like Tortles will trade the Misha for the Malthael any day of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest. Meanwhile, the Jaina. Blown up. Silent Storm is popping off here. We'll see Troth getting caught out as well by that Diablo charge. Rexar gonna finish that one off. Hobbs having to back up here, getting a little bit low. McCrackazak is in the wrong part of town. Gonna try and punch him away, but that's not gonna end up landing where he wanted. Dallas getting caught low. Huh. Now we are going to see them pushing in here. 3-level lead. Gonna get another pick onto Ghost. And that is gonna be it. We Like Tortles breaking out the Rexar, breaking out the Kel'Thuzad, finding dividends all over the place. They're gonna find themselves the 2-0 domination here in the D division as well. GG's. Very impressive match coming out. We Like Tortles. Got to give it up to Feed to 20. They stayed in here as long as they could. They were getting pretty wrecked by that Kel'Thuzad throughout the early game. They come back. They get themselves that pick in the keep defense on top. They do what they can to come back, but I don't know. The comp and the execution from We Like Tortles just a little bit too much to deal with. Malthael getting a lot of damage. Not quite able to find the kills he wanted in that game, that's for sure. Kel'Thuzad with solid damage and CC where it counted. Gets quick snapshot of the talents, and then we are going to go ahead and head on out for the night. Want to thank everybody for staying up late and sticking with me here in the Nexus, having some fun watching these teams play their hearts out, show some cool combinations, and that is going to be it for me tonight. I know I've said that before, but this time it really is. This is the last match of the night for NGS tonight, but I will be back on Sunday with another matchup for you guys, so keep a lookout for that. And until then, I am Jason, and this has been NGS. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Find the button.